God is telling us today, don't allow the outside world to affect our relationship. Instead, allow me to influence the world through you. Again, he's saying, don't allow the outside world to influence our relationship. Allow me to influence the outside world through you. And then once he said that, he was bringing me to Genesis. And in Genesis, it was the story of Moses. And God had Moses guide the children of Israel out of Egypt, and they were on the way to the promised land. And the children of Israel, they got thirsty. So this happened twice. The first time they got thirsty, God said, hit this rock. You hit the rock, the water gonna come out, and then they won't be thirsty anymore. They're gonna have the water they need. And that's how it happened, and that's how it went. And then the second time they came around, they were thirsty. And this time they were thirsty and they were mad. So they actually came against Moses. They were like, oh, you probably shouldn't be leading us. We hungry, we thirsty, and this and that and the third. And Moses went back, and when he was talking to God, God told him this time, go before the children of Israel and speak to the rock, and it will give water. And Moses left the presence. He took the rod, and he went before the children of Israel. But instead of doing what God told him to do, this time he said, you rebel. You know, he was like, he had an attitude, because they was just doing all that extra stuff trying to come against him. He's like, you rebels. Do I need to give you water again? And then he hit the rock twice. And then the water came forth, and then the children of Israel were satisfied because they had their water. But God was mad at Moses for that. He was mad at him because Moses didn't do what God told him to do. He allowed the children of Israel, his outside influences, to influence how he went about doing what God told him to do. And that's a big no-no. That's a big lesson that a lot of people skip over when they reading that story, but that's a huge lesson, that you don't allow the outside world to influence how and what God told you to do. You do it exactly the way he told you to. You feel me?